Hey everyone, Chef Bryan here, cooking fresh with Klondike brands, and I've got a great recipe for you today. It's called a potato croquette, which is really just a fancy term for some deep fried mashed potatoes. Now you can't go wrong with that, can you? It's delicious and you can add all kinds of things to it, and I'll show you about those here in just a second. And I'm going to feature the Klondike Goldust potato, so let's get started. I actually really love working with mashed potatoes because they're one of those comfort foods that everybody loves. And to the mashed potatoes, I'm going to add a few simple ingredients. So I have some cooked hamburger, a little bit of curry, some peas and carrots, salt and pepper, which you can just simply adjust to your own dietary needs, a little bit of chopped onion. And in these three big bowls, this is what we're going to use to actually dredge them. It's really fun. I have flour, eggs, and panko breadcrumbs. Now that's just a type of breadcrumb. It's a Japanese style. It's just a little bit coarser and has a little bigger crunch to it. So if you have regular breadcrumbs, you can certainly use those. The potato that I'm using is the Klondike Goldust, and this is perfect for this because you don't have to do anything with the skins. Just leave them right on it. I've chopped them up, boiled them there, and then mashed them up. And you can already see it has this beautiful, creamy, buttery colored texture in there, and I haven't even added anything to it yet. So it's perfect for these potato croquettes. So all I want to do now, just simply add some ingredients to it. If you don't like some of these things, just simply do what you want to put into your potato croquettes. So a little bit of salt, and adjust it to your dietary needs. A little bit of pepper. There we go. And to this, I have some carrots that I'm going to add, and they're already cooked. So you want to make sure whatever you put in, make sure it's cooked, because it will not cook in the deep fryer as we do it. So make sure that they're just nice and ready to go. Okay, some peas. There we go. And I love curry, and there are several kinds of curry. There's a yellow, there's a red, there's a green. This is a yellow curry that I'm using, so just simply add that into it. And if you're not a big curry fan, just don't use as much in there, or you can leave it out as well. Here's some of the hamburger. Just add that into it. Some diced up onion. There we go. Now, once you get everything in there, it's simple. We're just going to mix it all together. So just take your spoon and be careful because you've got the peas in there. You don't want to smash them around in the potatoes. You just want to kind of mix everything in there. So just fold it together. Oh, and that curry smells so delicious. That looks great. There we go. Okay, at this point, all we're going to do is shape them. And you can make these into really small little finger foods if you want to, or larger ones if you want them to be a main dish or entree. So just take them in your hand, and this is why it's important that you make sure the potatoes are cooled. Everything is cooled because you're going to be handling it, and I don't want you to burn yourself. So just make sure they're cool. You're going to shape them into round little shapes like that. You can really put them into any shapes that you want to. I mean, have the kids help you. It's kind of fun. They can create little things. There we go. And what I like to do is to shape several at a time, and then I dredge through several at a time. And so it's really a time-saving technique. And the nice thing about this is you can make them to this point and freeze them. And so it's a time-saving thing as well. So let me just set this bowl aside, and I'll show you how to dredge these. Let me pull these over here. So I have the three different ingredients here. Of course, flour, eggs, and the breadcrumbs. And there's an order that you want to do these in. First it goes into the flour, then the eggs, and then the breadcrumbs. And so readjust your shapes if you need to, and just put it. And this is why I like the bowl. Just put it in there, and then you can just scoop that right over there. Just brush it between the hands to get any excess that may be on there. Do them all at once, because as soon as I go to the eggs, I'm going to have egg on my hand, and I don't want to put it into the flour. So just kind of do them all at once. You can put them 2 or 3, depending on the size of your bowl. You can put them in there. Just kind of let them get nice and coated. And what the flour does is actually protect those croquettes. So when you dip it in the egg, it kind of creates this nice little sealant around them that the breadcrumbs can stick to. And when we go into the deep fryer, it helps hold everything together. So there's the flour. Here's the egg mixture. And from there, I'm going to go right into the panko breadcrumbs. And I'm going to do a couple at a time. Always keep one hand clean or dry, because that's the one you can pick up different things with if you need to, and it doesn't have egg on it. And there's that one, and this one. All right, so let me move these out of the way. What I like to do to just make sure the oil is at the perfect temperature, I just take a little piece of the croquette and I'm going to just put it right into the oil. And if it bubbles nicely, I know it's perfect. So let's just test and make sure. And that is perfect. So roughly it's going to be between 350 and 400 degrees if you're checking the temperature. So just take one of these croquettes. I like to put it on a slotted spoon and lower the spoon and everything right into the oil so I'm not splashing anything up. Nothing hurts worse than an oil burn. Just put those right into there. Perfect. Here's a rule of thumb. Never overcrowd what you're deep frying in here. One, it lowers the temperature too much in your oil, and you could have a chance of it spilling out and over and catching on fire. So just be really careful. Now all we're going to do is just simply watch these. If I need to, I'll rotate them just a little bit. These look perfect. They're nice and golden brown, and all you're going to do, just take a plate, put a paper towel on it so it can soak up any extra grease, and just carefully spoon them right out. Just let that grease drain out. It's a slotted spoon. There we go. So just let those cool off for a minute and drain on the paper towel. I'm going to turn off the grease. Don't forget to turn your grease or oil off. Always remember that. And remember, you can make these to be either like an appetizer or a main entree for that matter. I'm going to turn these into a nice little entree piece. This is just simply plum sauce. You can buy it prepared. I'm going to put some right in the center of our plate. Just kind of spread it out a little bit. There we go. Reserve a little because I'm going to drizzle some on top of them too. So I'm going to take 3 of them. Stand them up, one on top of the other. Stay. There we go. And just take a little bit of your plum sauce, spoon it right on top, and you've got a wonderful potato croquettes there. It's delicious for dinner or an appetizer. I can't wait to eat them. I made them with the beautiful Klondike Goldust potato. It's perfect. I'm Chef Bryan, cooking fresh with Klondike brands, and I look forward to sharing more Klondike family recipes with you all in the future. I'll see you all next time.